All Hallows Eve, the evening your nightmares come to life, all the creatures of the night come out to play. It's time to pay tribute to this terrifying month, so join us as we celebrate the sinister season. This is the Venom month of horrors.
Hello and welcome to the Venom month of horror. 31 days of pure terror in video form, and today we're looking at the Stephen King film that is so bad it literally came out of thin air.
I think it's showtime.
The first Pet Sematary is a classic, and although it's not held on a big pedestal as much as Stephen King's other work, it's at least respected as a decent thriller.
Personally, I think the characters are a bit stupid, but the third act is terrifying and it's a decent little horror flick.
But a few years later, we got a sequel based on a book that doesn't even exist. This film is so bad, Stephen King himself had his name removed from all copies of the film before its release. He is nowhere in any of the credits.
Pissed me off.
Stephen Holden of the New York Times stated, "It's much better at special effects than at creating characters or telling a coherent story."
Kevin Thomas of the Los Angeles Times claimed it's not nearly as scary as the 1989 original, but maintained that it still expresses and attempts to resolve, in bold mythological terms, the anxieties of being 13.
Others called it more of a remake than a sequel, mainly because it barely even mentions its predecessor, while others slammed it for its unoriginality and complete retread of the first one's plot.
Trying to find out why it's regarded as one of the worst sequels of all time.
This is not Stephen King's Pet Sematary 2.
Why have they changed the spelling?
Yeah, apparently some kids made it and spelled it wrong and no one thought to replace it.
It's stupid.
Yeah, good start.
No, you never get over it.
We do get an eerie opening, but don't expect to get too scared in this film.
To its credit, the intro is like some old school horror film and it's really cool.
Thank you very much, Renee.
I'm sorry, he grabbed me.
Wow.
Cliche number 1.
Fun fact for you, this was a deleted scene.
I can't see a damn thing down there. I'm working blind.
Okay.
Sorry, Renee.
Tell me the truth. You get off on saying we suffer, don't you?
That's what the audience said to the director.
So Jeff, played by Edward Furlong.
Before he was on drugs.
Really?
Yeah, this is the film that sent him to them.
Oh.
I agree.
He visits the set to see his mum's movie, which looks a lot more interesting, but she unfortunately gets electrocuted instead. What is it with Edward Furlong and his parental issues?
Your foster parents are dead.
As much as I love Furlong, his acting here, as well as his mum's, is just so bad. So they attend the funeral of Edward Furlong's career.
Yeah. Major drag, huh?
But he just stares at the coffin, looking really angry for some reason.
I'm glad the bitch is dead.
Lucky me.
So Jeff finds some cats that need a home and asks for one. His dad gets really angry, but then lets him have it anyway.
I guess it's a Pet Sematary film, gotta put a cat in there somewhere.
Then we cut to some fat kid whose stepdad isn't particularly nice.
Hey, Jeff. Yeah, your mother and I used to be sweethearts?
Who says that? Hey Jeff, you know I used to pork your mom.
Really?
We're then introduced to the main bully, played by the kid from Big, and you know he's the bully because he has an earring. Oh, I hate him so much.
And he's the most cliched bully in history. He has no reason to pick on Jeff. He literally bullies him for his mum dying. Kids don't do that. Ask Peter Parker.
Look, your uncle died. I'm sorry. I get it. I'm sorry. Okay.
And because he's the new kid, but it's out of nowhere randomly.
They even wait for him outside class. They hunt this kid down.
What's the hurry, Junior?
I need a reason to pick on you, so... Can you give me one? Because the writers forgot.
Why are you bothering me with this?
And they even steal his cat.
Why would you even take your cat to school in the first place?
Forget all that, they steal a cat. What kind of bullies are these? Yeah, to get to a little boy, we're gonna hurt an innocent animal.
Oh my God.
He even holds the fucker up whilst riding a bike. This is Jigsaw as a little kid.
So they warn Jeff about the pet cemetery, but he decides to fight back. But the bully doesn't even react. That did nothing. Wait, I'm angry.
What makes even less sense is that the fat kid is hanging out with the bullies. They make fun of him and he's still chilling with them like nothing's happened.
And what happened to the family in the first film? They're barely mentioned and the first one ended on a cliffhanger, but it's never once touched upon.
I'll see more continuity in the Children of the Corn franchise.
This isn't funny.
So Jeff heads to the cemetery to retrieve his cat. How the hell did the bullies even have the time to go to the cemetery, let alone putting the cat in the fucking cage? This was all during a high-speed bike chase.
Meanwhile, we cut back to the douchebag cop stepdad who's literally sitting there watching two rabbits having sex with a creepy smile on his face. Gee, I wonder if he's the bad guy.
No, that's not enough. They need him to try to have sex with his wife right in front of her son.
I hate when your parents do that.
Don't you ever do this again.
To his credit, Edward Furlong, for the most part, is awesome. We then see him mourning over his 15 minutes of Terminator fame before he shows his true acting talent.
I still can't believe she's dead.
Elsewhere, stepdad douchebag rabbit fetish man stops having sex because of the barking dog. Who does that? An earthquake couldn't stop me going at it.
Get a grip, man. You're freaking me out.
And he literally shoots at the dog, scaring it off, and then lets his stepson run after it in the woods at night on his own.
But who cares? The soundtrack's great. So the fat shitbag finds his dog dead and goes with Jeff to bury him in the cemetery and try out its powers.
What's the worst that could happen?
You stop being a little jerk and show us some appreciation.
After some nice cinematic aerial shots that the film really didn't deserve, we get the truly epitome of idiocy when it comes to screenwriting.
Your mama's word sick about you. Take off in the middle of the night, you don't show up for school. What are you trying to prove?
But you literally saw him run out. It's not like he snuck out. You saw him leave. You didn't go after him. And how about this, Dad? How about you don't fucking shoot at my dog? You don't shoot at my dog, I won't do a run. Everyone in this film is an arsehole. The mum lets the stepdad cop do these things. Fucking fatty bum hangs out with the bullies that treat him like shit. Fucking Jeff's pissed off at his mum because the selfish bitch was electrocuted. What a cow. All of these people are horrible people.
And the only good people in the film are the animals, and they're getting tortured or butchered.
Life is full of lessons, buddy.
So, what a surprise. The zombie dog returns to the house. The suspense is built quite nicely, actually, but something's not quite right.
Drew, you unlock this door right now.
Unlock it, Drew. What do I do now?
You brought the dog back to life. You know, you really need to stop doing this. It's very inconsiderate.
Where do you come off lying like that? I'm burying my dog. You think a lie like that's never gonna catch up to you? You say your goodbyes, mister. It's always going outside, and you are grounded. That's the new law, buddy.
What the fuck's that? The dog's eyes are glowing red. How are they not noticed? The kid notices right away. They're just like, oh, look, you fed marijuana to the dog again. What the fuck is wrong with these people? Its eyes are glowing red and you've not noticed? There's any fucking arrows above its head saying possessed demon? I don't understand.
Asshole.
The thing is, the director, Mary Lambert, claimed that she wanted to make this film to explore the teenage boy's mind, why they do certain stupid things, claiming that this is exactly what a teenage boy would do. She claimed the protagonist in the first film buried his son out of grief and guilt, whereas here they do it because they're teenage boys who are stupid. Yeah, fucking teenage boys is what they do. They bring people back from the fucking dead. We've all been there. That was a phase we all went through at some point. Oh, look at that hamster I just fucking resurrected. Went to school, did my homework, watched Keenan and Kel, and then I fucking resurrected a budgie. We've all fucking been there. You guys know what I'm talking about, right?
Our son has just resurrected another zombie.
Oh, that little tyke. It's just a phase, don't worry. We all go through it, us young men. It'll pass. At least our other son turned out okay. Just resurrecting the dead. I remember that stage. I would say she should have aborted you, but then your brother would just resurrect you again.
Jeff.
Even my dreams are low budget.
We do get some creepy imagery of his bed being dragged away from the dog, but throughout this whole film, the rules constantly change. Sometimes the dog's evil, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's his, sometimes it's that.
Sometimes you go to hide.
That's the key word with this game, sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes this, sometimes that.
Oh look, he's a vampire because this movie sucks.
So he heads to the cemetery for Halloween because... life.
And the bullies decide to completely fucking traumatise Jeff by having a blow-up doll posing as his deceased mother floating towards him to attack him.
Bullies don't act this way. Human beings don't act this way. This isn't bullying. This is bullying plus. This is bullying-ing. This is bullying-ing-ing.
This movie sucks. But at least Jeff has the ultimate comeback, which he treats like a goddamn John McClane one-liner.
Fuck off.
Truly genius words. Someone just learnt to cuss.
So we get more cliche bullshit of the stepdad being abusive about Lardass here, and we then see him and Jeff still hanging out with the bullies!
What the fuck do they have to do? They just traumatise your life over your dead mum. They probably just cause you a lifetime supply of counselling sessions, and you're now hanging out with them as if they're your mates.
So Big Mackie Boobs finally stands up for himself and hits his stepdad before the dog attacks and kills him. The effects are solid and actually looks quite nice.
You just can't go around killing people.
Why?
After these amazing shots of blatantly fake rain,
You couldn't afford a hose or a watering can.
the zombie dad then returns, but for some reason, he doesn't have red eyes. The film can't even remain consistent to its own illogical bullshit.
But that's not the worst of it. He then heads upstairs and rapes his wife.
Right, fuck it, I'm leaving it to you. Fuck this.
This movie has a rape scene. This is Pet Sematary, because everyone who watched Pet Sematary 1, they thought, let's see, right, it's not the best, but it's a scary little story, it's fine, yeah, but the one thing it's missing, it's got scares, it's got weird fucking imagery, it's got the Stephen King feel, it's got graphic, it's got blood, it's fucking creepy as shit. Do you know, the one thing it was missing, it's got Grandpa Monster, it didn't have zombie rape. Because that's the thing, there's no need for this zombie to rape someone. What the fuck's the point? It makes no fucking sense. It just walks in and rapes them for the sake of being edgy. We're edgy. But the thing is, throughout the whole movie, it's cliche, cliche, cliche. Everything in this piece of shit is cliche. And then the only thing they fucking add that's original is zombie rape. I've never seen a zombie rape scene. Maybe there are some that I just haven't seen. But here, fucking zombie rape. That's the one contribution to the genre. Fucking zombie rape. Fuck this film, fuck you, fuck this director, fuck the writers, fuck Stephen King for writing the first novel to inspire this piece of shit. And the worst thing is, this scene was originally longer and even more graphic.
Just to tick off more cliches, we get little twin girls in a horror film.
The problem is, this film is so outdated, it looks more like an 80s movie. It's that behind on times. The weird thing is, the kids clearly know that he's a zombie. I mean, they buried him, despite the first film stating that only one person can resurrect someone, but hey ho, who cares?
They just watch him kill the rabbits with his bare hands. They don't tell anyone. Just show them his fucking neck, Jesus Christ. Just point.
Oh, look, Dad's just fucking having lunch with the rabbits again. Look, Dad's eating the mailman now. Should we tell someone? Nah, fuck that. That's strange.
So we cut to... Wait, for fuck's sake, there's been like 3 sex scenes, and one was rape.
So the dog attacks during sex. Yeah, bite his dick off.
So, shall we go to the police now?
Do you think everybody that came back would be like your stepdad?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Of course you don't. Your fucking dog came back. Your fucking stepdad came back. Mate, everyone we bury comes back. Is someone else going to come back? No. I don't fucking know. Who knows? I am not famous anymore.
Supposed to use it to breathe.
I don't want to breathe after this.
So the bully shows up and shoves Jeff down a very steep hill.
Murder. That's murder.
We've gone from middle school bullying to, in every sense of the word, attempted murder.
Guess your dad's not here to save you now, is he?
I'm not afraid of you.
I'm not afraid of acting.
So the zombie rape man shows up to save Jeff. I guess because he resurrected him. I don't know. Even though the chocolate donuts kid did that too, and he attacks him later. But you know, I have no idea. Maybe it's because he's fat.
Just fucking with him. I mean, what are you gonna do? Give me a ticket? I mean, shit, Gus. Come on. You can't lay a finger on me.
Yeah, rape and murdering bunnies is fine, but this is too far.
So he teases the kid with the bike until his scarf gets stuck in one of the tyres and his face gets brutally massacred by it.
Jesus Christ, this is becoming one of the most evil villains ever!
But to be fair, we wanted that bully to die. Yeah. So the fat kid sees this happening. Maybe now he'll call the police.
Don't be silly, he'll call Pizza Hut instead.
The thing is, the douchebag chases him, but there's already way too much evidence as it is. There's no need to chase him when it's already everywhere.
And then the dog attacks him too and is on the cop's side. It makes no sense and they can't even keep up with their own bullshit.
Everybody!
I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your brains.
You understand these rights? Everybody! Are you just too fucking stupid?
Here's Johnny.
Unfortunately, all of the scares are removed by this unintentionally hilarious moment.
Let's kill Clyde, Mom! He's trying to kill me! Let's go!
You know, as bad as this film is, this cop played by Clancy Brown is terrific. He's scary as hell and so psychotic. He's one of the best villains ever.
So after fat-faced chocolate donut, give me a kebab, fucking calories, never going on slim fast, fucking no thigh space McGee and his mum get massacred in a truck full of potatoes. First time he's ever touched a vegetable.
The cop takes the bully's corpse to the cemetery to resurrect him and, I guess, build a zombie army. Oh no, I'm making this up. They never tell us.
Mom is dead, Jeff. You know that.
She doesn't have to be.
She can become a T-1000.
So basically, Jeff has lost his mind and is turning to the dark side, but the problem is there's no transition, none. We just cut here and he's batshit insane. It's right the hell out of nowhere. And people bitch about The Shining doing that.
What you're saying is crazy, Jeff. Zowie didn't die.
We did. We buried him. There's this place in the woods. If you bury something there, it comes back to you.
Oh, come on.
We did it on Gus.
Don't you lie to me.
Fine! Don't believe me!
Fine! Don't outact me! Furlong's acting as this sinister and demented child is great, except that line. He really was an underrated talent before the drugs. Bye, Mum. I'm just gonna go star in Terminator 3.
No, Edward, don't do it!
So Jeff sides with zombie rape man for some reason before another sex scene?
No, Rob, it's a mannequin.
Oh, I won't put it past this film.
So the zombie dog attacks Jeff's dad, but he gets shot dead. And we see further proof of why this is one of the best villains in history.
Why did you dig up my wife?
Because I wanted to fuck her.
Holy shit. So zombie cop rape bunny killing man dies before Jeff's mum returns. We forgot to mention she was buried and resurrected earlier. They didn't care, so why should we?
God damn it, you have to be smarter than that. You almost got yourself killed.
There's quite a nice moment when she reunites with her husband, and one single shot is slowed down for some reason.
Why? It's just so random. What just happened?
The bully returns and attacks Jeff, even though he was on the cop's side.
What the fuck is going on?
Uh-oh. Looks like Daddy got a boo-boo.
Genius dialogue. Can we have the cop back, please?
You're gonna die, Junior. You're gonna die. Eat it!
Eat this, asshole!
Ooh! Okay.
So his mum tries to manipulate Jeff to stay, but he fights it and leaves her to burn alive while she's smiling for some reason.
And the movie ends with images of the characters from the film for some reason.
And that was Pet Sematary 2. Is it the worst sequel ever?
No, but it's up there.
Definitely. It has some creepy moments, and Furlong is great as the menacing, demented kid, and the cop is a treat, but it makes no sense, defies all rules set in the original, grows really boring and dull when it's only about 95 minutes long. It's insanely offensive, and the plot is so cluttered and unfocused, it's just a sloppy, poorly written mess. The first may not have been perfect, but it was at least eerie, creative, and told a scary story with an emotional conflict involved. This was just an excuse to benefit off the first one for no reason but to add blood and guts and offensive laziness. The director clearly just saw the original and said,
"Time for me to make money off your hard work."
I really do think this film has some good parts, and I really enjoy 80s and 90s horror films starring teens, but there are just so many better than this. It's not a truly terrible film without merit, but it is a very weak film, and a very, very annoying film. It's sad that Edward Furlong's career was basically terminated by this movie.
It's easy to see why Stephen King completely disowned this movie and distanced himself from it as much as possible. And if we were you, we would do the exact same thing.
Next time, I'm not spending the whole thing dissing fat people.
Shit.